What's up guys, Motonosity here, and today I'm going to show you guys how to install a SpeedoDRD. This pretty much works for a bunch of different bikes, but there's a few different versions, so you just got to make sure that you buy the right one. But they have a drop down on the site that lets you know which one you need to get. I have the Y1, which is basically the most popular one. It fits a lot of bikes, and this is the one I'm going to be using for the 2011 Yamaha WR250X. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is go to this URL, www.12oclocklabs.com/sdrd_calc.htm. This will be listed in your instructions that came with your SpeedoDRD. And this is the page that we're going to use to calculate what percentage we want to change the current speedometer to. So what you're going to need is your sprocket information, your tire size information for the tire that has the speed sensor, and then the factory speedometer error. So for me, the stock settings are 1342, and the sensor is on the front wheel, and the front wheel is 120/40/17. I haven't changed it, I haven't changed the tire size, so I'll just leave these here. It really doesn't matter since I haven't changed it. But the rear sprocket on my bike is 47, and it says here WR250X/R is about 7.7%. Most other sport bikes are 5%. I'm going to put 7.7 since I'm using this on the WR250X, and then we can go ahead and hit calculate. This will give you the percentage that you need to input into the SpeedoDRD. For me, I need a negative 18.3% correction. You can also do this with GPS. If you have a GPS app on your phone and you want to just make sure, do it this way rather than inputting all of this information. For example, if you're not getting the right correction when you install it the first time, or you're not sure of what your tire size or sprocket or standard error is, you can go ahead and do it by GPS as well. So you just go to 60 miles per hour verified with GPS and input the speed that your vehicle, whatever your bike is, says that it is going. And then you can go ahead and calculate from there. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and use this information since I have all of it, and the standard is 7.7 already listed right here. So I'm going to be inputting negative 18.3. So I'm going to go ahead and get mine installed, and then I'll have this information right on hand so I don't have to come back to my computer. Alright, so I've got everything taken off that I need to take off. I just took off the left fairing and the seat, or rather the seat and then the left fairing. What we'll do now is connect it to the speed sensor. So for the WR250X, it's right here next to the battery. You might have to pull it out from behind these cables right here. Don't confuse it with this right here, which is for the brake light, but they have the same connector. You'll be able to tell the difference. You can check this by turning your bike on, rolling it, making sure that it gets a speed reading, and then disconnecting this cable, doing the same thing, turning the bike on, rolling it, and you shouldn't get any speed reading. It should just stay at 0 or blank. So I know I have the right one because I've checked. This is for the WR250X right here. We'll go ahead and connect it and then get it programmed. Alright, now that I've got it connected here, we're going to go ahead and program it. So first we're going to turn the ignition switch to on, but not turn on the bike. We should see it there, red and green flash. Now we're going to put it into programming mode, and to do that we hold the button and wait for 5 red blinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we see these flashing lights. That means that we're ready for the first input. The first input is going to be a positive or negative, green for positive, red for negative, so I'm going to hold it until the red light flashes. There's the red light. Now we're ready for the next input, and this is going to be the first number. If you have a 0, it's going to be 10 blinks, otherwise it's 1 blink for every additional number, so 1 is 1 blink, 2 is 2 blinks. My first input is a 1, so I'm going to wait for 1 red blink, and let go. So input a 1, my next number is an 8, so I'm going to wait for 8 red blinks, press and wait for 8 red blinks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And my next or last number is a 3, so I'm going to wait for 3 red blinks after pressing. 1, 2, 3. So now you see it flash red and green for a second. That means it's programmed. Alright guys, so I've got a GPS app here. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. We'll go ahead and bring it up to 60 miles per hour and then stop and check the max recorded GPS speed on this app I have here. This is a Ulysses Speedometer on Android. Pretty cool app. Check it out. Miles per hour. Go ahead and stop and see what it says. There we go. I had actually tipped over to 61 and that's what it says, 61 miles per hour. So it looks like it's spot on. So that's the SpeedoDRD by 12 O'Clock Labs. You can pick it up from Amazon for just 70 bucks, I believe. Regular is 80 bucks, but it's cheaper on Amazon. So go ahead and check it out. Make sure you get the right version. I'll put a link in the description that also says how you can pick the right version. Most everyone has will want the Y1 version. If you have a Yamaha, if you had a WR250X like I do, you'll want the Y1 version, which is what I'll have linked in the description, but Amazon sells them all. So again, SpeedoDRD, check it out. Really helpful, especially for me. I commute, so I want to know the right speed. Whatever. Anyways, SpeedoDRD, check it out. Link in the description. Motorosity out. Peace.